Good morning to you. Welcome to Up to the Minute. It's a Monday. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we've got your HCC news and information for the next half hour. Good to have you with us. If you haven't stepped outside yet, well, don't even bother going anywhere. Stay in the house. It's cold. It's rainy. You don't want to get outside. It's not Houston weather this morning, but it's just the way it is. It's a Monday. Feels like a Monday. Dr. Tony Rayo-Sutherland, my co-host, joining me this morning. Tony, good to see you. Welcome to Monday morning.
Yes, I mean, it's raining. They call it cats and dogs. I've never understood that terminology. But anyways, it is definitely raining very hard.
Well, it's raining where you are. It's just been misting and just nasty near downtown, and that's what it looks like now. But really, the big news is when you get the rain mixed in with this cool weather, it's just, down in Houston, we're just not used to this type of weather.
No, we can't. We don't drive well in any kind of like this. No.
Yeah, right? I usually look out over my balcony and I can see people running along the bayou this morning. No, I'm not going to run. That's just
not a good idea.
Yeah, stay on the treadmill. Not the day worth getting outside. But hey, we got a good show lined up for you. It's a Monday. It's Mental Health Monday. We'll get to that in just a moment. We're waiting on a guest to join us. Not sure if she's going to make it, but hopefully she will. Let's see. We're on HCCTV now. If you don't watch the live show, it's on every morning on Facebook Live and YouTube at 10 a.m. when HCC is in session. But you can also catch our rebroadcast at noon, 5, and now 10 p.m. on HCCTV. But they can always follow us in social media, Tony.
Yes, just look for Houston Community College District, not just HCC, but Houston Community College District. Go to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. We are all over.
That's right. We're all over the place. So, Tony, I'm going to let you take things off because we've got a special guest joining us. You know, we usually do this the first Monday of the month, but we weren't in session, so things got moved back for this month. But it's Mental Health Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and let you take over and handle the first guest who's joining us, Renae Tomczak. She's the president and CEO of the Mental Health American of Greater Houston Group. The Mental Health Monday guest. Tony, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you. Hi, Renae.
Hi, Tony.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. You know, I heard the weather discussion, and I'm from the Chicago area, so I'm fine with the way the weather is.
This is your kind of weather, isn't it?
Well, not really. I moved because of the heat, but
you moved to get away from that weather.
This is nothing, right? This is nothing.
Okay. Well, you're, of course, as you said, with the MHA, Mental Health America, Greater Houston's longest serving mental health and advocacy organization, I understand. Tell us a little bit about that organization. This got a great history.
It certainly does. It was established in 1954 by philanthropist Ima Hogg. And really, our work is in education and advocacy. Our goal is to shape mental health and shape the mental health and overall wellness of people and communities. Particularly at this point in time, we're working in the areas of children and education, integrated healthcare, the justice-involved veteran population, as well as providing community education. But in short, or very simply put, we educate, we advocate, we empower, and we prevent.
Very good. Well, you know, I was looking at your website, and it said something about before stage 4, before stage 4, yes. Which I thought was very, very good. I saw some statistics about it saying that, 1 in 5 American adults will have a diagnosable mental health condition any given year. That's pretty high. And then 50% of Americans will meet the criteria for a diagnosable mental health condition. And then, and half of those will develop some kind of a mental health issue by the age of 14. That is scary to me. Tell me a little bit about this before stage 4 thing.
So thank you for bringing that up. It is really quite simple. So when we think about other chronic diseases, think about high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer. We don't wait till stage 4 to treat, right? As soon as symptoms appear, we treat. We want people to start thinking about that in terms of mental health. We know that statistics show it can take 10 to 15 years for people to get treatment for mental health. And of course, that's a stigma issue. So what we do and why our organization, the work we do is so important is we help people get past the stigma and get treated, see a doctor, find out exactly what's happening with you from the very start.
Yeah, I mean, you can't, like you say, the longer you wait, the more difficult it is to treat.
Absolutely.
Now, something that is different about you guys, I understand, is that you're not just telling people where to go and how to, get treatment. You're actually helping to prevent, and which I think is even more important, to prevent the mental health problems. What are you doing in that area?
So we know that no matter the disease, prevention is the most cost-effective way to get people to wellness, to keep people well. So our work is what we call upstream and community-based solutions. We're looking at root causes and finding ways to help prevent mental illnesses. So let me give you a couple of examples here. So our Center for School Behavioral Health is working with school districts throughout the region to create trauma-informed environments and teach educators and administrators and other child-serving professionals how to respond to a student who may be struggling. So that's one example. Another example is the work of our integrated care program. So we're working with primary care and behavioral professionals to create environments where a person can be treated holistically, both physical and mental challenges that they may be experiencing. And this work is particularly important for people who have barriers to care. For example, a common issue is transportation issues or availability issues based on their work. But we're looking to create, in as many places as possible, kind of a one-stop option for their care. So if a primary care professional identifies that somebody may be struggling with a mental health issue, they can be seen by somebody rather quickly, triaged, and then look at what help would be moving forward.
And, I know that you help lots of people. So tell us a little bit about some of the other things that you do. You work with like 1 million students that are served with the mental health resources. How do you reach that many people?
So through our Center for School Behavioral Health, we work with more than 100 school districts in the greater Houston area. And what we are doing is providing educators and administrators and those child-serving professionals that I mentioned earlier with various tools for use in the classroom. We're giving them the skills to identify and refer students and families to needed supports, as well as creating those trauma-informed environments within the schools. And that's how you reach 1 million students.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very good because there's not enough staff for all that. Okay, so
yeah,
no, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So I'd like to touch on a little bit more about the prevention side and what we're doing. So there are lots of studies out there that that have looked at the number of Houstonians who are suffering. But through our website at mhahouston.org, anybody at any time can go take a free, anonymous, online confidential screening that for us is providing us opportunities to address mental health concerns long before they become that stage 4 crisis. So, and the great thing about this tool is that it provides a way for the person who's taking it to print the results. They can share it with their healthcare provider because many people don't know how to begin that conversation. So let me tell you just a couple of statistics about what we're seeing. Just looking at our results in December, so 96% of the people who are screening for depression are screening for some form of depression from mild to severe. And 79% are experiencing moderate to severe anxiety. And these numbers are what we've been seeing since the pandemic started. I think it's also important to recognize that 55% of those people who are taking those screenings identify themselves as students, and 62% are between the ages of 11 and 24.
That is so scary. Do you have workshops for everyone?
We do. So anybody can go to our website and look up many of the workshops that we offer and presentations that we do. Just to give you some idea of what we have. So we have suicide prevention. We have a training both for youth and adults. Self-care and burnout, stress, mental health one-on-one, where you can take the training and learn to recognize the signs and symptoms of mental illness and guide someone to help, how to open that conversation if somebody you love seems to be experiencing a mental health challenge.
Well, we really appreciate you being on the show. I mean, this is a big issue, and it affects almost all of us in some way or another. You at least know somebody, if not you. So we really do appreciate. Renae Tomczak, President and CEO of Mental Health America of Greater Houston. Thank you so much for being on the show. She's our Mental Health Monday guest.
Thank you.
All right. And if you're interested in their organization, we'll have some links in our social media posts after the show. All right. We're going to move on to our HCC guest of this morning. We've got Melba Martin. It's a bittersweet morning because Melba's announced she's retiring after 32 years at HCC. She's been a HCC Public Services Librarian. Melba, always good to see you. Welcome back to the show. We can get you to unmute your microphone. I think it's muted there. Let's see.
That would be great.
There we go.
Yes. Thank you very, very much. I'm happy to be here.
Glad to have you with us. 32 years at HCC. When you first started with HCC, did you ever imagine that you would be here for 32 years?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Did you?
And yes, I did. When I made the transition from Texas Southern University, right, I knew that I would be here for the remaining of my educational endeavors.
You're from Louisiana, from what I'm reading, like myself, right?
That's correct. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport. Okay. All right. Let me ask you, you worked at TSU. What was your role at TSU? How long were you there? And what brought you to HCC?
Well, at TSU, I was Director of Reference Services and Government Documents. They had a secret that they didn't tell me, and that secret was I was to remove all of those books from those 18-wheelers and get them in the government printing office acquisition for inspection. That was a little quiet secret that I found out later, but it was doable. It was doable.
And what brought you to HCC? How did that work out?
Well, that's strange. I was at Harris County, and I got a telephone call one day, and it was a friend of mine. Her name was Evelyn, and she said, "Melba, do you know anybody who have legal background?" I said, Yes. And she said, do you know anybody who have library and legal background? I said, yes. She said, I think this might be a job for us. And we went on to interview with Walter Champion. He's a writer for the Houston Chronicle, and he was also the hiring manager for those particular positions. And that's where I started, January 1st, 1990.
Wow. 1990, January 1st. Let me ask you this. You also are very active in a number of organizations. I know you've been volunteering with the A-Leaf YMCA and the Westchester Rotaract organization. How important is volunteering to really working with your HCC career?
Well, that's a twofold, threefold situation. When I got to the YMCA, the person who brought me to the Y as a guest was the president of the Rotaract organization. Well, she brought me there and then she left. I stayed, and therefore I ended up being the head of the Rotaract organization and a part of the A-Leaf YMCA, which was a double wide trailer when I got there. We proceeded to raise all type of monies to get it in the position that it's in today. And Houston Community College had a lot to do with that. As you heard me say previously, that was done with Dr. Hodges and monies from HCC also. Right. Yes. So I'm very, very happy about that accomplishment.
And you also worked in the Faculty Senate as well.
That's correct. I was a faculty senator for many, 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 many years. I can't even tell you how many. And the whole idea with the Faculty Senate is to make sure we have governancy from them to here, where the faculty is heard and there's a balance of listening to what we both have to say.
Let me ask you this. You started HCC in 1990. What has changed with the college the most that you've seen since then?
Well, it's been a gradual step-by-step change, sir. When I tell the librarians today that what was happening back in the 90s is something that has progressed to make us more acceptable, more meaningful in what we're trying to do. And I tried to let them know that but for the 1990s, we would not be here today. That is what's so great about it. And what they know as librarians, I'm having a hard way of fighting that because there's a transition from that type of work to what we're doing now. But it's been quite acceptable. Truly, it has been.
What about the growth in the size of the college? I mean, we're at one point over the last few years, we've had as many as 110,000 students unduplicated across the district for annual enrollment. What was it when you first arrived, and did you notice the number of students growing? Is that something that was gradual or it happened overnight?
No, it was a gradual process. I actually started at the Park 10 location. You might not even know the name of the Park 10 location. It was before we actually got to Westgate, and I was given the opportunity to close down that facility and to move, it was Westgate, to move over to Westgate at that time. And it's been a small, gradual, step-by-step process of accumulating the students, of doing the things that we need to do in education to make it acceptable.
One thing I find fascinating is working at HCC seems to be a family affair for you. Your mother and your sister worked here as well?
Yes, my sister still works here. And my mother was at the nursing program at the Spring Branch campus many years ago. So, yes. Wow. And I also have a son who also worked at Houston Community College.
It certainly is a family affair. 32 years here at HCC before you worked for Harris County, also with TSU. When you retire, What is the thing you're looking forward to the most? Are you going to be doing some traveling, some volunteering, a little bit of both? What exactly do you have planned?
Well, in actuality, I'm going to do a little bit of both-ish. Both-ish meaning, number one, I want the pandemic to be over with.
Yeah.
I don't want us to return back to normal. I want us to be better than normal, because I don't know, to me, normal might not be the same to you. And so in saying that, I'll leave that as it is, but in the habits of education, you want to make sure that you are prepared to do other things. When you come to work in the morning, you must be able to step up to that situation. Every day is a different step and a different thing that has to be done. And as educators, it's very, very important for us to realize that and to be able to put ourselves in that situation.
If you could think of one person over your career who maybe worked as a mentor or who helped you the most, who would that person be?
I would have to say that somebody new on the horizon, and it's Mildred Joseph. Mildred Joseph is over our marketing campaign, but without her actually telling me and suggesting things that we do, I would actually, matter of fact, I would love for her to come on your program to continue this dialogue that we have, because she would just be an excellent resource for Houston Community College.
We'll get her on the show. You got it. We'll get her on the show. You've got a bit of a, I know you're going to be retiring soon, but you've got a little party coming up. Maybe you can tell us about that, and people can join you and celebrate your career and wish you well.
Well, in actuality, I really don't know too much about the party.
We gave away though. Great. Now we have to talk to the producer because they gave away the surprise. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I know the party, 2 parties are going to take place. I think I'll get the Mayor's Award and things of that nature, but that's really all I know at this time, other than it's from 1 to 3 on next Monday here at the campus and virtually online. It's going to be double cast. I don't know how it's really going to be done. I'll just go in, be quiet, and enjoy the day.
Well, we've been, I've got to tell you, we've enjoyed having you on our show here, and we've enjoyed talking to you, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck in retirement. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get to travel. I hope this pandemic's over with, and I hope you have the best time that you can have.
That I will definitely try to do. And I thank you, Mr. Duplantis, and the rest of your staff for your outstanding leadership and service to Houston Community College. But there is one thing that I would like to say, and that would be to the students and the faculty members. I would like for you all to be mindful that the library is open. We are an essential employees of HCC, and we are personally here to help you. Ask a Librarian, which is our chat online. Also, you can come here, bring yourself, relax, and study as you pursue your educational goals.
Melba Martin, we appreciate you joining us. Best wishes for your retirement. Thank you for your service to HCC, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you take care.
All right.
All right, we are going to move on. Boy, it's hard to top that. It's great to see Melba once again, Tony, and boy, I just wish her the best of luck. She's going to enjoy retirement.
Oh yes, and it's just sad that she's leaving us, because she's a great asset. But congratulations, and have fun, and retire happily.
All right, we got a few HCC news and announcements. We're running out of time for the show, but I want to jump on down. There is, Tony, an art clinic that's happening. We haven't talked about this, but it's Monday, January 31st through February 24th. HCC Southwest West Loop Gallery, they're back in business. They're going to have students inside there. They've got things on the wall, an art exhibition with works from students enrolled in the 2020 and 2021 programs. So make sure you check it out. It happens the 31st of this month through February 24th. They're welcoming you back. It's at the West Loop HCC Southwest campus. You know, interesting story about that. I was at the West Loop. I started working there just after Dr. Garza, the former president there, opened this art gallery. It used to be an area where they kept vending machines and things like that. And now she turned it into an art gallery, and that's what it proudly is now. So make sure you stop on by and check it out. Okay, National Go Red Day for Women, Tony.
Yes, heart disease is the #1 cause of death for women. Did you know that? And so that's why the American Heart Association is sponsoring the National Go Red for Women Day. It's always on the first Friday of February each year. So this year, the Office of Diversity, Equity and Inclusion, Women in Leadership, Student Life, and Rec Sports have all joined together. And then on Friday, February 4th, it will be our Go Red virtual walk. So the theme is marching to the beat of a different drummer. I like that since I'm a drummer. So the first 350 will snag a T-shirt. So go walk, take your picture, and send your picture to hashtag HCC Go Red for Women.
Okay, very important. Our second start semester, yep, that's kicking off today. So keep that in mind. But that doesn't mean you can't sign up for classes. You can still sign up for classes. You can still get financial aid. You can still take a full semester. Now, the semesters are much shorter, but you got to sign up now. You want to get some hours, credits in before the summer starts? Do it now. Sign up. We have year-round enrollment here at HCC. So keep that in mind. You can always sign up for classes. We've got financial aid available, scholarships, all the benefits that our students get. Make sure you sign up now. Now, we have classes going on. Most of them are virtual. We do have some workforce classes taking place in person. But the main thing is get signed up early. Don't miss out. Don't let finances stop you, because there's no better time to go to a community college. Lots of ways to finance your tuition. Go to hccs.edu/now for all your registration needs. Okay, tomorrow on the show, Dr. Christina Robinson joins us to talk to us about her new position with HCC, the Executive Director of Work-Based Learning and Industry Partnerships. Also, Tony, we're going to have sushi on the show. Try saying that fast.
Tasty Tuesday. I love Tasty Tuesdays. The only problem is I can't ever taste it.
We can't taste it. That's the problem. Yeah, it's virtual. Yeah, we got to get Frank out.
That's the only problem.
I know. We got to get Frank doing these Tasty Tuesday things live.
Then he can maybe bring us back something.
Good luck with that. He'd probably eat it out there, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, Tobiu Sushi is going to be here. They're out in Katy. They'll highlight some things, and I'm hoping they got some sashimi on the list tomorrow. All right, we're going to wrap things up for today. Tony will be back tomorrow. I'll be back. We're here live 10 a.m. on Up to the Minute.